problem. Suppose G is absolutely continuous on closed interval a comma b, and E is the set containing all those elements of closed interval a comma b such that derivative of G is equal to 0. Then prove that measure of G of E is equal to 0. Now before proving this statement, note G is absolutely continuous on E with measure of E is equal to 0 for all x belongs to E, then it implies that G is constant on E, which implies measure of G of E is equal to 0. What the no states? If G is any absolutely continuous on E, E is a measurable set whose measure is 0 for all the elements of E. For all the elements of E, the measure of set is 0. This implies that G is a constant function on E. Therefore, measure of G of E becomes 0. Let us prove that this condition. Suppose G is absolutely continuous on closed interval a comma b. E is the set all those elements of closed interval a comma b such that whose derivative of G becomes 0. Then prove that measure of functional value of means image of this set is 0. So let G is absolute continuous on closed interval a comma b, and capital E is equal to all those elements of closed interval a comma b such that G dash of x becomes 0. Then outer measure of E, since E is a subset of closed interval a comma b, therefore by the monotonicity outer measure of E is less than or equal to outer measure of closed interval a comma b. Outer measure of any interval is its length, which is finite. Therefore outer measure of E is finite. Equation number 1. Let eta is equal to epsilon by 4 into b minus a, where epsilon be given in the absolutely continuous definition. Let us take any element in E. We have x belongs to E. If x belongs to E, then it satisfies this condition. Then derivative of G becomes 0 at x. From the definition of derivative, limit h tends to 0, G of x plus h minus G of x by h is equal to 0. This says that as h tends to 0, this one tends to 0. That is, then there exists an interval x comma x plus h of arbitrary small length such that G of x plus h minus G of x by h is less than eta, and x comma x plus h is contained in E. Equation number 2, and this one, that is G of x plus h minus G of x is less than eta h. Equation number 3. For each and every element there exists an interval in E such that of arbitrary small length such that which can satisfy this condition. Hence for each element in E there exists an interval x comma x plus h of arbitrary small length satisfying equation number 2 and 3. Equation number 2 and 3. Now collect all those intervals what we got. Hence the collection of all such intervals forms a Vitali cover for E. Forms a Vitali cover for E because for each and every element in E there exists an interval of arbitrary small length which is covering E, because it is covering all these intervals are covering one element, therefore which forms a Vitali cover for E. Since already we got outer measure of E is finite, therefore by the Vitali covering lemma, for delta greater than 0 there exists a finite collection of disjoint intervals, say I1 comma I2 comma so on In, such that outer measure of E minus union n is equal to 1 to capital N In is less than delta. Equation number 4. Equation number 4. This delta I got from the definition of absolute continuous. For every epsilon greater than 0 there exists a delta greater than 0. That one. Now since given that G is absolute continuous on closed interval a comma b, from the previous theorem if G is an absolute continuous if and only if G is an indefinite integral. By the previous theorem we get G is an indefinite integral. When we can say that G is an indefinite integral, that is there exists an integrable function G dash on closed interval a comma b such that G of x is equal to G of a plus integration a to x G dash of t dt for all x belongs to closed interval a comma b. Since what we got here, G dash is an integrable function. Since G dash is integrable on closed interval a comma b, then I can say that modulus of G dash is also integrable on closed interval a comma b. Then for any epsilon greater than 0 there exists a delta greater than 0 such that integration over the subsets modulus of G dash is less than epsilon by 2 for all subsets a in closed interval a comma b whose measure is less than delta. Equation number 5. From equation number 4 we have outer measure of E minus union n is equal to 1 to capital N in is less than delta. Then by the known result already we have proved in the first unit by a known result, we know that there exists an open set O such that this set E minus union n is equal to 1 to capital N in is contained in O and outer measure of O is less than outer measure of E minus union n is equal to 1 to capital N in plus epsilon. This one already we have proved an equivalent form in the first unit. Now measure of O. What is O? Since O is an open set, every open set is measurable. Then measure of O can be written as outer measure of O from the definition of Lebesgue measure. Since here what we got, outer measure of O is less than this one. This one is less than outer measure of E minus union n is equal to 1 to capital N in plus epsilon. But equation number 4 says this one is less than delta. This one is less than delta plus epsilon by equation number 4. Since epsilon is greater than 0, then sum of this one I will get less than delta. Therefore outer measure of O is less than delta. Outer measure of O is less than delta. Since epsilon is very small, very near to 0, delta is very near to 0, this one is very near to 0. Outer measure of O is less than delta. Therefore there exists an open set O such that E minus union n is equal to 1 to capital N in is contained in O and measure of O is less than delta. Equation number 6. Since O is an open set, every open set can be written as countable union of disjoint open interval. Then O can be written as countable union of disjoint open intervals Jm. That is O is equal to union of Jm, countable union of Jm. We get E minus union n is equal to 1 to capital N in is a subset of O. O is union of Jm. This is a subset of this one. Then G of this one, E minus union n is equal to 1 to capital N in is a subset of union of G of Jm. G of Jm. This one is a subset of this one. Therefore by the monotonicity, measure of G of E minus union n is equal to 1 to capital N in is less than or equal to summation, measure of summation of this one. Since each Jm is disjoint, I can use the countable additivity property. Summation measure of G of Jm. By monotonicity and countable additivity property. This is nothing but summation measure of functional value of this one, which is nothing but summation integration over Jm of modulus of G dash by the definition of G. By the definition of G. Since each Jm is pairwisely disjoint, summation of Jn can be written as union of Jm. Union of Jm is O. Since what we got here, measure of O is less than delta, measure of O is less than delta, and here equation number 5 says that for all those subsets of closed interval a comma b whose measure is less than delta satisfy this one, then this one also satisfies less than epsilon by 2, less than epsilon by 2 by equation number 5. Equation number 7. Equation number 7. Also, E intersection union n is equal to 1 to capital N I n. Intersection of these two is contained in E as well as this one is contained in union n is equal to 1 to capital N I n. Intersection is contained in E as well as this one. Now, if this is a subset of this one, G of this one is a subset of G of this. This implies G of E intersection union n is equal to 1 to capital N I n is a subset of union n is equal to 1 to capital N G of I n. Now, I am going to apply the monotonicity. Measure of G of E intersection union n is equal to 1 to capital N I n is less than or equal to summation n is equal to 1 to capital N measure of G of I n, which is equal to summation n is equal to 1 to I n measure of G of I n is length of G of I n, length of G of I n. Now, but what is equation number 3 says? G of x plus h minus G of x, that is length of this one is less than eta h. Then what you will get here, which is less than summation n is equal to 1 to capital N eta h by equation number 3. I am going to take eta outside and what you will get, which is equal to b minus a into eta. Length of all the subintervals you will get as a b minus a. But we have considered eta as epsilon by 4 into b minus a, which is equal to b minus a into epsilon by 4 into b minus a, which is equal to epsilon by 4. Epsilon by 4 is less than epsilon by 2. Therefore, what we got now? Measure of G of E intersection union n is equal to 1 to capital N I n is less than epsilon by 2. Equation number 8. Now, what we have to prove? Consider that one. Consider measure of G of E. Measure of G of E. This one can be written as measure of G of E intersection union n is equal to 1 to capital N I n plus measure of G of E intersection union n is equal to 1 to capital N complement of this one. Since it has no common part, it as intersection of this one and intersection of complement of this one. There is no common term, therefore I can use the additive property, countable additive property. And again if I make the union, I will get again E. Which is equal to measure of G of E intersection union n is equal to 1 to capital N IN plus measure of G of E. This one can be written as minus of union n is equal to 1 to capital N IN. This one from equation number 7, this one is less than epsilon by 2. From equation number 8, this one is less than epsilon by 2. Epsilon by 2 plus epsilon by 2 by 7 and 8, which is equal to epsilon. Therefore, measure of G of E is less than epsilon. Since epsilon greater than 0 is arbitrary, what will get measure of G of E is equal to 0.